Alright, this video right here is just gonna be about just look at it's just me basically looking at what's going on. Alright, we got gas prices higher than the motherfucker, right? Close to $6. We got the economy at its fucked up, most fucked up point. Because you got meat that's high as hell. If you eat meat, you got food that's higher than normal. All of this stuff, and gas prices high, and then the cost of living ain't getting no shorter or better because either you rent or you buying some property. It don't matter. It's gonna be higher. So my point is, I'm not going with Democratic or Republican. My point, I'm not finna get on that right now because I know my sway is Republican, but I'm just saying that's me. When the other president was in the White House, and I don't mean to make it political, it wasn't no high ass gas prices. It wasn't no motherfucking high ass food prices. It wasn't no crazy shit going on with wars and all of that. So, but this is just the example of how I'm talking about how psychologically people can accept something that's totally unacceptable and walk around and deal with it just because they don't like what somebody said. Just because social media will put on a show for people and they'll believe it. That's because, oh, I don't like the way this president talk. But is he fucking with your pocketbooks? No. Is he fucking with your gas prices? No. Is he fucking with your job, competitive wages? No. Well, what is he doing? Oh, he said something I ain't like. Man, fuck that motherfucker, what he say. He ain't fucking with my pockets. So what he say, so what? But see, we got these weirdos that think it's normal to be on social media all day and be looking at what somebody said because somebody said that somebody said he said that. What kind of shit is people on? This is what I go with. The human mind is the worst thing. It's not a good thing because when it get bored, it don't know how to just research shit. It start to look at everything because it'll research something, but it'll get too much and it'll start looking at everything else. So this is what I'm trying to say. It ain't gonna kill you to research shit every fucking day. What is it? You ain't gotta do number 15 minutes of the shit. What? You ain't gotta do it all day. It's the point that people would rather look at something else to take their mind off of what. See, that's the whole point. Take your mind off of what. You can't like 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 I said. People run from themselves all the time to only find out that you are right there. I remember one rapper named Tretch from Naughty by Nature, and he said one thing that one rap phrase that works without saying a whole bunch of shit. All he said was, "You can run, you can hide, but you can't go far. No matter where you go, there you are." So, where you running to? You outside yourself, chasing the running and running. And it's like, why can't you just hone yourself and be still? Everybody talk about be quiet. Why don't you be still? You know what I'm saying? Because being still is being quiet too. You know, but then again, I ain't saying, yeah, you got to be physically in shape and all that, but when you ain't got to move, you don't have to. Then you can start researching and putting your mind on certain things. Because what happens is the human mind gets scared and go, I can't do nothing about it. Or they get tired of it and then they'll consume their mind more of the crap and then they start becoming, then people start arguing more because you more into the worldly shit. That's what the world of arguments lay in, or the worlds of saying shit. It lays in this world. That's why I try to get away from it. Either research it, uh, writing, or playing games, because I'm escaping anything that reminds me of this type of shit in a way that I can't control. Like, that's how you deal with things and still able to keep your mind focused on this craziness. Because I don't want to take, that's just my opinion, but I don't think it's good to just disappear into this world of shit and then try to come back into the knowledge. You ain't gonna be the. It's basic. I can't do that. I gotta stay on it because that I can't watch a movie no more like I used, because I know all that. I don't want to get into. I just don't feel like getting into somebody pulling me to their world, into their mind of shit, because I'm already pulled into the mind of some other shit. We're not living like we want to live. So basically, this is somebody else's way it's designed. So then I gotta go into a movie and knowing what it is and all knowing how they are in Hollywood. It just ain't the same. I just be like, you know what? I just want to escape it. So that's why I do. I just escape that because I know it's only escape I can get is through the mind. Can't get through it physically. This world is people accept crap as normal. They've been normalized and they've been bamboozled to accept high gas prices. They've been bamboozled to accept um, high food prices and anything else because they can accept that more than they can accept somebody talking to them on the social media or typing something wrong. Now, let me give you an example of how I think that's a setup. Now, people gonna say this might be a long video, but I ain't gonna make it long. That these entities that control the world, they so smart because social media runs the mindsets of everybody. It does. I don't fuck with it no more. That's why I don't get on Facebook and do none of that shit. I don't care, because that shit, Twitter, all of that controls people's lives, right? So check this out. What if Trump put all that shit out there on purpose? What if Trump put that shit on Twitter and was on there on purpose? Because what president you know that's always on Twitter? So what if he did that on purpose? Listen. To see how people would basically destroy their own life just because somebody said something. What if that was just a test? What if he was just doing that to see how many people would give a fuck about that? What if he was a part of a test? That how many people gives a fuck about what somebody's saying as opposed to what somebody's doing? And the people failed. They went to what somebody was saying as opposed to somebody was doing. Now let me get this. Now people that like Trump gonna think I'm against Trump. I'm not. I'm against all of them in a sense, but I just go with what wasn't fucking with my pocketbooks. But I'm against all of them. And one thing I like to say is about a trick, right? A trick is a motherfucker that do this. He's a part of the whole situation, but instead of him being an devil's advocate, he's against it. Well, he appears to be. So what happens is he'll come out and he'll say some controversial racy things. Not racial, racy things that make people go, why you say that? But that's only for shock value because people are putting their stock into social media. So what if he was used to do that so people can walk themselves right into this recession? What if he was used to do that so people could go, well, we don't want no president that's actually going to keep us from having highest gas prices and food prices and all that. We just mad about what he said. Now, there's a test that they run on the public to see if they're going to run themselves into recession, to see if the people are going to destroy themselves through social media and because of what somebody said, as opposed to what somebody's doing. And now look at what this president is doing, and he ain't saying shit. Well, what he doing? Fucking up the gas prices, wars happening, all kinds of shit, high-ass shit going up, tricking you with this stimulus shit only to jack you at tax time. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, he ain't gonna talk, because he ain't running it. Obama is, or Trickian is, or whatever the fuck that thing is that think it's powerful, but it only can be sneaky because it can't come out and just say, hey, here I am, what the fuck. So, but anyway, so that is 101 mind games trickery. Okay? So, again, we got the people who voted themselves into this oblivion. And it was pushed there by both sides because both sides stand to gain. I'm talking about Republican and Democrat. The people, they stand to lose. But why? Because you're just a number anyway. Whatever your social security number is, that's you. Your name is nothing. Your mama gave you that. Now, your real name is your social security number. Now, get in line, motherfucker. Get in line and then die and raise your kids to do the same thing next. Because nobody want to deal with what's really going on. And if they dealt with it, they'd be scared for their life. Nobody want to be like that. So they just say, oh, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to go about that. Why they vote President Trump out and get this Biden dude in? Because they all, listen, it's just like Merkelbach did with the Pepsi commercial. Let me put this out, see how many people receive it. Oh, these people getting that mad about a comment. I bet you these same people gonna vote theyself into destruction.